Welcome back. We are here for the Between Secrets in Lavender, episode 23. All right. So we have completed a full cycle last time, and we are now entering the new day, which brings, let's see, before you hear the inevitable knock or ringing of the bell, what are people doing this morning after your very busy evening, your very busy night?
Just a tiny little thing. I need,
Probably after you.
yeah. I just need to curse that lady. Should be done in a
First,
minute.
first thing in the morning, just like brush your teeth, comb your hair,
Yeah,
toss a
yeah,
curse.
yes. I've been thinking, and I did not like that's how that went. So morning, morning walk before the sun comes up, and while it's still foggy out, and just
Uh,
place a tiny little curse on that place,
On the
or on her,
place or on
on her,
Abigail?
on
Okay.
Abigail.
Okay. Got it. For the slight.
mm,
Personal slight. Okay. All right. Everybody else? What are you doing?
Ellie's got an unusual amount of energy this morning because the quickening went so well last night. So she's not exactly bouncing around the house. She's still not in a fantastic mood, but she's energetic. So she's probably downstairs earlier than usual and actually having something to eat in addition to coffee. Astonishing that.
Okay.
Though she's not, unless someone else prepares food, she's really not much of a hand in the kitchen. So she's probably
I think
like
Nora's
toast
completely
and marmalade
surprised.
or something.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Nora's completely surprised because maybe you're like cooking an
Ellie.
entire rasher of bacon and, like making like several eggs or something like that. And she's, "Are you feeling all right, Miss Fletcher? This is an immense amount of food, even for you."
I'm feeling very well, in fact.
All
Looking
right,
forward to a busy day.
all right then. Let me know if you need any help with anything. I'll be out in the gardens.
So Ellie's probably making a mess in the course of this because she's not really a kitchen person. She just really wanted breakfast.
That's why
Uh,
Nora's avoiding it and she's going into the gardens right now. So sure.
yeah. I mean, I'm fully expecting her to clean it up later. There are times when Ellie's privileged upbringing really shows itself, and the assumption that other people are going to deal with messes is definitely one of them.
I love it.
Uh,
I love it. Okay. And Felix?
probably wandering around the house, twirling a pistol, going around in cowboy clothes.
Cowboy clothes.
I did not give you my silver spurs.
No, of course not. I took them.
Oh my god. Oh god. So we probably hear him clunking down the hardwood
Jingle.
floors.
The
Jingle.
clink, 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 clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink,
clink,
clink,
clink.
clink. Yeah, exactly. As you're making a mess in the kitchen and he's just parading up and down the hallways and just doing his thing. And I
And
think,
smelling bacon from the kitchen, which is not usual
oh,
these
yeah,
mornings.
exactly. It's a full like almost billowing cloud of bacon smell because it's like she's cooking up the entire rasher. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But as you possibly like, uh, practice or, work on your elegant glide with the silver spurs.
No,
I
I'm doing a full John Wayne, like wide
You
waddle in
probably
a
can only do
hallway.
that. Exactly. Um you hear the ding 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 ding.
Felix will open the door.
Okay. Like the clunk, the clunk, the clunk, the tink, a tink, a tink. And then you on the your doorstep is a very impatient looking DI Pettigrew holding your copy of the Daily Telegraph. Hargrave House's copy of the Daily Telegraph.
They do door-to-door delivery now. Wonderful. Thank you. I'll take the newspaper and close the door.
Then he stops with a hand and a foot in the door. Normally, I'd call this a good start, Mr. Ocasio. However, if you look at the headline, which says, "Fourth newsman victim of the Fleet Street Flenser" on it, this could be the end of my career. Vultures are all over it, tearing down my good name, and I swear they should be on the city police. But I bet that bastard Mackenzie's been moving the bodies over the line. Wouldn't want to take his time away from eating canapes with posh bankers, or whatever else that brown noser gets up to. But anyway, there's a barber I'd like for this. Turkish barber. I reckon I can get a confession out of him. The only thing is, there's some funny business up. And, can I please? And he stops.
Yes.
This may be even beyond Agate's abilities right now, and I would like Hargrave House's help.
You would like our help. Oh, what was that? Tip the cowboy hat up and use it to like.
He keeps his head down, keeps like his hat on, and just, please.
Right this way, Pettigrew. It's a start.
Yes. Then he follows you to kitchen or
kitchen.
okay.
The kitchen.
Aw,
I hear that.
nice.
I hear that there's chaos in there, and he wants the help. Like this could be a new follower. Who knows?
Even though Mordecai's like cursing the hell out of him too. I mean, like,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
you guys are just
Yeah.
at cross purposes with each other. I swear to God.
What are you talking about? Moment he's cursed, I could just kick him to the curb.
Oh my God. Anywho, he tells you that the murderer that they've named the Fleet Street Flenser has so far claimed 7 lives. 4 journalists for newspapers based out of Fleet Street, as well as 3 other men of West and South Asian descent. So, all 7 were killed with a slashed throat, cleanly done, with no sign of a struggle, probably a razor blade. And that's why Pettigrew's focusing on a barber, based in Fleet Street, Suleiman Burker. The funny business Pettigrew referred to are scrawled sigils at the site of every killing, which you can identify from the photographs, which he brings out, as Enochian, spelling out, "The truth will make you free." And one of the victims lived long enough to gasp out, "The light is coming for me," to a would-be rescuer. And the bodies of the 3 Asian men all disappeared from the morgue shortly thereafter, after being brought there. So.
Okay.
I think, Felix, given your long life and divinity, all right?
Whoa. Throwing quotation marks on that.
Hey, I think you recognize the possible signs of jinn in disguise from the 3 that disappeared from the morgue, and their bodies faded away as soon as they were in the morgue. Only another spirit could have killed them with such ease, but the method of murder suggests that it was incarnate at the time, or possessing a mortal to be able to do it. But the Enochian found at the murder scene implicates an angelic being. So, you being the most beloved, you were recently the target of a poison pen piece in one of the papers. How did they smear you, and what element of the story was true?
What did they smear me with, and what is true?
Truth.
There is a piece about a salacious relationship with one Miss Beaumont, this lovely, influential woman who was seeming to fall into terrible company with that rapscallion, Felix Ocasio. But she kicked him to the curb publicly at a masquerade ball. And it was a very public affair, and Felix Ocasio was absolutely publicly and socially devastated. This, of course, is not how it went down at the masquerade. The only time I've walked away from her was during that compact the previous evening. We were actually rather pleasant at the masquerade. Me, her, Mrs. Pemberton Potts. We all had a laugh.
Civil, yes.
Civil in public. I didn't get eaten, so it was good.
It was good, right? So, I mean, what would like for the fact that you had a relationship of sorts with Madame Beaumont? That part was true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But everything else after that's kind of like, really, guys? Really? Yeah. And
It's
more.
a bit
yeah,
tawdry.
A bit tawdry,
No.
yes. Yeah, for sure. Well, they had to make it, really smeary, for the papers. But Mordecai, Suleiman the barber that Pettigrew's talking about, and that he is a preferred destination for jinn and other supernatural beings.
Mm-hmm.
What unprompted act of kindness did he do for you?
Oh, I think, yes, I think I got caught out in the daylight in that vicinity of his barber shop. And for whatever reason, my parasol was messed up. Probably I ran into someone, and then, yes. And then I went into his barber shop to just get out of the sun. And I think he saw how bad the sun was for my poor paper white skin. And he didn't make much of it. He just offered me a shave, like, with this nice cream over here. And I think Mordecai accepted because, I mean, this barbershop, that's what you do. And he got the nicest shave, actually. And the cream from the shaving cream actually helped the skin. I think he will go there occasionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does Mordecai think when he walks into the kitchen and finds Ellie cooking and D.I. Pettigrew sitting at the table?
Yes. Obviously he's cursed, and he obviously has to up his curse if Pettigrew is so calm and collected. He does not think anything about Ellie cooking bacon. That's just Ellie's thing. It's not edible.
Do you? Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you something. Like, do any of you offer him like any kind of food, refreshment, whatever? Like, while he's telling you the stuff about the Fleet Street Flenser.
Yeah. We have some coffee.
Okay.
And while he's explaining things, I'm dropping sugar in it, and I just slide it over.
Okay.
I'm not giving him some of my
How
tea.
much sugar did you put in that coffee?
How long was he talking?
I mean, like, he's like, like worried over the headline, and he's talking about the people that died. So probably a long time.
Yeah. So just drop.
And then he's just taking the coffee absently, and then just like, taking a glug of it, after he finishes talking because he's parched, and he's like squinching his face.
Maybe the gentleman would prefer some tea.
That would be wonderful if I could have some.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm pretty sure there is some tea that will make you more paranoid and get your heart rate up a little.
The most caffeinated tea possible. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, whatever you guys do to comfort him, okay?
I
So
offer
very good at
hospitality.
Anyway, so again, what you can tell from this between what Felix knows and Mordecai's contact with the possible suspect, which, you know, you're like, oh, it's Pettigrew, you know, right? You know, you can tell that there's some suspicion of the djinn being involved, but also something angelic being involved as well, incarnate. So, questions and opportunities available to you all. Something is here. There is an angel of truth involved. So, what drove the angel of truth to madness and how can it be destroyed? That's a complexity 4. You resolve the threat by destroying the angel and its current host. Or you can resolve the threat by answering why was the angel of truth drawn to possess its host and how can they be freed from its influence? A complexity 6. You resolve the threat by banishing the angel and freeing the host. And a complexity 4 gets you a favor. How did Suleiman Burker befriend the jinn? Okay? Every hunter who takes steps to befriend Suleiman or one of the jinn, like, you know, once you answer this question, like, gets a favor. And it's like essentially a move, basically. So, all right, so you got 2 questions, two choices to try and resolve this threat, and then like a side question to answer for a little move. And I'll put all of that into the keeper in a minute. But yeah, so you have that. Oh, and this does have a mask associated with it called the Mask Removed. Each hunter must reveal a truth they have never told another soul.
Oh, I love that. I have no idea what it would be, but I love that.
Exactly. So that's what's involved. How funny that it's the angel of truth for this one, isn't it? That couldn't possibly bother anybody here. Anyone at all.
We're all very truthful people.
Yeah.
Especially Felix.
Exactly. So, while I'm putting stuff into the keeper, you guys can decide amongst yourselves what you'd like to do for the day phase. Vulnerable scenes, just scenes, investigation, whatever you want to do. You have 3 threats now on the board. Order of Azure Eyes, the Pinkerton, and now what's called black and white and red all over.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So Ellie, Felix gave an ultimatum. Deal with Nate, or Felix is gonna deal with him. So are you gonna follow through with that, or should I make that my day phase?
Oh my god. Amazing. I'm so happy. Sorry. And feel free, because this is, of course, because it's a PDF, it's the formatting.
Oh yeah, I'll clean it up.
Yeah.
Oh man. Trouble is, Ellie is still super conflicted because she doesn't really want to kill Nate, but she's also aware that at least one of them is going to die. Before this is, resolved. I think she's gonna keep dodging the question. I think Felix gets to take him because she's still trying to think of a way that lets both of them live, and she's dithering too much.
Okay. So
as a player, I think it's funny Snails.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Ellie's gonna be furious, but
I mean, I'm still good. I'm still concerned about like you can't stop Nate from like hating on her, regardless
Mm.
of how much he would possibly follow or whatever you could offer. I mean, I'm interested to see how this would play out.
oh,
So,
it's
like, you do what you want
I
to
think
do.
there will be a confrontation no matter what.
Oh
But
yeah.
Mhm. So, I would like investigating the Pinkerton, speaking with either Taggart and or Nate, would be what Felix wants to do.
and was there going to be a vulnerable scene between Mordecai and Felix? I think
Yeah.
was under discussion. We've
Mhm.
heard that. Ellie also wants to look into the Pinkerton.
Yeah, take a look at the clues, like, look at what seems reasonable for resolving the threat with the clues that you have on hand, and, what you could possibly, come up with as an answer to the question or questions.
Yeah, I think he's got to be involved in some sort of antiquities smuggling. Based on what we've got. But we don't actually have a ton going on. Yeah, it's got to. I think that's what it's definitely going to have to be, and I think maybe prowling around the auction houses and claiming or implying that I'm an associate of his
Mm.
is what I'm going to have to do. So,
Are you going to go as yourself, or are you going to go as, well, a different version of yourself? Let me ask you that first.
I'm going to dress more properly for London society. I'm not pretending not to be an American,
Right.
but I am dressing more like an American lady of means than
Okay.
than my usual.
And I'm going to ask you.
And resuming more the speech habits that were drilled into me in my childhood than
I was going
the
to say.
sloppy way that I talk now.
Got it. And I was going to say, are you also going to use your real name?
No.
Okay. Just curious. So everything's entered into the threat for this particular new thing. All right. So whoever wants to go first. So if you want to do the vulnerable scene first, or if you want to start investigations, if you're doing it individually, that's fine.
Once when we were talking about the investigations, I think after throwing that little curse, Mordecai would like to talk to Solomon because he knows him, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So Mordecai.
But we can do the vulnerable scene first.
Okay. And that's Mordecai and Felix?
Yes. Let
Your
me
vice or
turn.
mine?
Yours, I think. Let me turn on my light, please, because this looks very weird here. It's getting
Okay.
dark.
Yeah, that's fine.
So early.
Hmm.
So early.
It is that time of year.
It is that time
Let's
of year.
see.
So it's your vice,
Gambling.
Felix. Yeah. Has he gambled with
Okay.
you before? I don't remember if he has.
I don't think so.
No. Let's go. I'm
No.
looking over I'm looking over the records for a second.
Mhm. Or we can
Yeah.
do mine since we've just been in contact with Pettigrew.
Yeah, let's go on a hunt.
Okay. Yes, let's go. Let's not just follow him, see what the tea is doing. So much fun messing with people. I get why you do that.
It's invigorating. All the humdrum of the usual London life. Spice it up a little bit.
Yes, that's why I do this.
Is it?
Yes.
You are rather fixated against the judicial element.
I am, yes. You noticed.
Yes, but it's not for entertainment. This is much too personal for such a visceral reaction out of you.
It is both for entertainment and because I dislike these people. And I have to entertain myself. And I have to put the skills I acquired in my youth to some kind of purpose. And I'm pretty sure this is the purpose. Oh, this is the purpose that would annoy Raphael the most. So. Well.
So Mads, I imagine that we're following behind Pettigrew.
Yeah.
Who's jittery as hell. I mean, like he's like making down the street, like, you know, his steps, instead of being like, you know, confident strides or whatever, they're like little not mincing steps, like they're
A
like
canter.
kind of like yeah, they're like, oh, like he's almost like, you know, running, but he's not running, right? Like, you know, whatever quick step is like, you know, twice his normal speed, like he just has to keep going. He just has to keep going, like he's burning off something, right? And you know, he seems to be like kind of reviewing things in his head, but he's talking out loud while he's doing it. So he's all the details that he's trying to remember, you know, and he's going over clues and hints, and then he's ranting about Mackenzie, the head of the city police, like, you know, out loud. And some of the passerby are looking at him funny as you guys are following him. But, yep.
He does not seem to be at his best.
Imagine how much good he would do if he didn't have that layer of arrogance through him that seems so common of people in his profession.
If he wasn't in this profession, he might do some good, but I do not trust that profession, as I have said before.
Yes. I mean, care to discuss that any further, or is it enough to simply say that you dislike the profession, the whole thing?
I dislike the profession. I feel the power they gain is unearned and leads to abuse, often enough.
It's rich coming from you.
Indeed it is, isn't it?
Power unearned that could possibly be abused. I can see why such a position would be so close to your heart.
It is not that my power is unearned, Felix.
Oh, calling on the entities is something that you worked very hard for.
Calling on the entities to do what I want them to do. Yes, I worked hard for that. And keeping them from destroying people around me just because they can, that was also not something that was easy. Do you think I like it when they hurt me?
I think you like the power that it gives you
Yes.
over everyone else.
Yes, I do. That I do.
You should show him what kind of pain it gives you. You should show him what it does to you.
Mordecai is so used to ignoring them.
Is it? Felix will hesitate. Did Raphael have the same sort of drives when he started out with the Coven, with the Order of Sylvester?
No, he wanted to protect humanity from what he saw as monsters. And when he was young, he had an unfortunate encounter with some thing, and he decided that it was his calling, his mission. And then he got introduced into the Order, which is older than him, but
So,
or was, I should say.
With him out of the picture, and with your own little order being built around you, don't think I don't see what you're doing with Nora and that other so-and-so, the survivor.
Serapio.
How will you prevent yourself from becoming that arrogant leader that you so despised?
Yes, that is a good question. Thank you for giving it to me, Felix.
And nary a response.
Mm-hmm. What did you expect?
Makes no difference to me. It'd be nice to
Felix,
see someone else just collecting people like I do.
I do not collect people like you do, Felix. I hope not to take them under my wing and then throw them away the second I get bored.
No. They're assets. You don't throw them away when you're bored. You throw them away when there's a greater gain, when there's a good opportunity.
I aim to not throw them away at all.
It's hot air. It's an empty, vapid promise you're making to your future self with no security, no assurances.
Yes, but I don't have anything else but myself to make promises to. Certainly not you.
That could be arranged.
Yes, certainly. I will make my promises to you, swear things on you, Felix Ocasio. Of course, because I am that foolish.
No, you're just not that desperate yet.
Yes, that might also be true. But I hope, even if I am that desperate, that I still have more sense than making a deal with you.
Hmm.
I like you, Felix, but I don't trust you.
I like you, Mordecai, and I wait for the day that you do.
Well, I won't say it will never happen because everything is possible. Felix, one thing though, please do not throw my name around to people in society as someone who will give a talk to them or something like that. I do not like that. And I do not like it when they do not appreciate me going for a talk. You should warn them, you know? If I go to them and they do not appreciate that, that might have consequences.
What better warning is an object lesson? They were given an opportunity to grovel, to learn, to humble themselves and rid themselves of the arrogance of their position, and they failed. And now there is consequence. And now they will learn firsthand the magics that they were dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you don't want me to sign you up for symposiums and hobnobbing with the elite, then I will prevent that.
Yes, Felix, I would like for you not to do that.
Say no more.
I would say thank you, but I don't feel that you are owed a thanks for that.
Okay.
Felix, Felix will just smile.
Oh man, the banter. Oh my gosh. So Felix obviously can't release himself of his particular condition, at least not yet. But Mordecai, I think you talked about it enough.
Yes.
Yes, it's fine. You can release arrogant prick.
I mean, I am still an arrogant prick, but it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah. I figured as much. It's fine. Okay. All right. So, want to do stuff, or did one of you want to do a vulnerable with Ellie?
Question about clue generated from the.
Oh yes, you want
yes.
to give a clue. Which do you want to put it on, and what is it, or do you want to put a TBD under one of those threats?
It makes sense that it was for black and white and red all over. I mean, we're following Pettigrew throughout this whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sabine, what do you think is a good clue?
I think we should get more into what the whole thing is about, or we could say something about this Mackenzie guy. Do we want to involve him?
Do we know who Mackenzie is? Is he just like another cop?
He is the head of the. Hold on. He's basically like, you know how D.I. Pettigrew is Scotland Yard, yeah?
Yeah.
D.I. Mackenzie is basically Pettigrew, but for the city police.
Okay.
So, his
City of
counterpart.
London being a small section, the City of London being a small section of London that's mostly like financial district and
Right.
Okay. So
things
he's
like
like
that.
posh cop.
Yes,
Yeah,
posh cop.
Posh cop. I love.
So,
Okay.
like, and everything that entails. Hint, hint. So,
What about like a newspaper clipping talking about posh cop? Just
Oh, yeah.
like an exclusive interview, the man behind the scenes, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Perfect.
Newspaper
Put that in
clipping
there.
is good. Yes.
Yeah, love it. Go ahead.
Cool.
Put that in there.
I wouldn't mind a vulnerable scene with Mordecai if that is cool with you.
It is absolutely cool with me.
Ellie
Just thinking how funny.
could use the cooler head to prevail.
I was gonna say.
Sorry?
I was gonna say because that was gonna be my question. It's like, you do realize that Mordecai is not into emotional.
Yeah, no, Ellie needs to get herself under control.
Sure. Okay.
And talking to somebody who's not going to be goading her.
That's true. That's true. All right.
Fair enough.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Go for it.
And since you just did your vice, I guess you're going to hang out with me in the opium niche?
Yes.
Everybody's going to chill out.
Opium, is that in the house or is that in your opium den? Is the opium nook or the opium den?
The niche.
I mean, you could come to Jenny Johnston's, or it could just be that little niche off the kitchen in Hargrave House.
She's finished eating and now she's got to indulge.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I think after I've talked to Felix and maybe did the thing with Abigail, I will go back. I think I should be in a very good mood. Felix always puts me in a good mood. I don't know why. I don't want to investigate this right now. Yes, of course.
Oh dear. But yeah, there are wisps of smoke escaping from the heavy curtains around the niche.
Ellie?
Yeah.
The kitchen looks a little messed up.
Yeah? I'm sure Nora will take care of it when she's done the garden.
Nora is not our servant. Nora is my student.
Oh.
I know she has been doing some of that work of a servant, but she's
I mean,
not.
she has. She just I come in here, she's doing things. I assumed that was part of her duties.
No, she does that because I think she feels she needs to earn her place. But I would prefer it if we didn't take it for granted that my student will clean up whatever that is.
Bacon grease mostly.
It does not smell that or cold.
I'll deal with it. Fine.
Thank you, Ellie.
So, yeah, figuring out what I'm going to do with the day. I should probably let you know. I meant to tell Felix, and I keep getting sidetracked. We should be cautious about the agate folks in one regard.
The what folks? I'm sorry.
They have a prison with bars that are enchanted somehow.
Oh.
They successfully drove Nate back from touching the bars when he was very angry.
And we do not know why they have this capability. Because I do not believe Mr. Short was particularly well schooled in things of such nature. Yes. Well, that is Felix's problem, I feel. Although, yes. Well,
I hope it means they can keep Nate contained, but
What do you think will happen with Nate? Because I don't feel, if he is like you, I don't feel that they can let him out of there. And I don't think they will contain him forever.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've been racking my brains for a resolution to this. And if he wanted it resolved in a way that didn't involve my death, I think I'd have heard about it by now. So, I
So
mean,
do you want somebody else to take care of the situation?
it ought to be me. I just don't know. Don't know how. But I, he is. He's a problem, and not the man I loved anymore. He's. I think I have to let go of the idea that he can come back because it's so clear that he doesn't want to.
Well, I mean, with what you said, if I remember correctly, he took on that curse, Ellie, just to hurt you. That does not speak of a sound mind, honestly.
Yeah.
Because that curse means that he is not just hurting you, but he is hurting other people. And I feel that eventually somebody will come to Hargrave House and say, hey, there's something hurting people, and then we need to take care of it. And if you want to do it on your own terms, Ellie, I don't think you have a lot of time left. I don't need to put pressure on you. If you say, I'd rather sit here and smoke, I'm pretty sure we can get something arranged. That doesn't involve you. I understand that this is emotionally fraught.
Maybe I can, if I can convince Taggart to take himself back to America. He brought Nate here. Shouldn't it be his responsibility to deal with the fact that he brought Nate here?
I think Nate is a grown man and has responsibility for his own actions. I doubt.
Oh yes, I'm just saying that in cleaning up this mess, since Nate isn't gonna clean himself up. Taggart.
And you think that Inspector Taggart, who we know is
not Inspector Taggart. I'm talking about the guy who's chasing me.
Yes, yes, he's not Inspector Taggart. Whatever, the Pinkerton guy.
Yeah.
The Pinkerton person. You think he is the one that should take care of this business? See, are you serious, Ellie? I understand you want to avoid the situation, but putting it on Taggart, that is a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he has a degree of moral culpability in having brought somebody so dangerous along with him, but he's not ultimately responsible.
No, he is not, and I do not think from what I hear, he is capable of dealing with such a threat. Also, you do not know the relationship between these two men and who came to whom.
You got a point. I don't.
I know. Ellie, I'm afraid I have to tell you that you need to clean up your own messes. In small, looks at the bacon catastrophe, and in a bigger regard. I will help you, at least with a bigger regard. But it needs to be your plan. Unless you say, go on Mordecai, curse that person and take him out.
No, I'll come up with something.
Very good. I will leave you to it. And speak
And
to
thus,
me.
too late, Ellie decides that she's actually going to do something about Nate, as Felix is already on his way.
Yes.
I love this shit. Okay. So, condition.
Yeah, Nate is truly gone.
Pardon.
Yeah, I think Ellie has, to the degree that she ever will, come to terms with that fact.
Yeah.
She's I mean, she's not thrilled about it or anything, but she's not angsting and brooding, more planning and considering. So.
Right. So you can release that if you think you've mulled over it enough, and
Yep.
you two would come up with something towards the Pinkerton, since that's what you were discussing. So let's take a look at this now while we're at it. So now adding another TBD from this particular vulnerable move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 clues on a
3 of which are currently TBD, I think,
right.
tonight.
4 complexity. Like, so if that's the thing that you're planning on answering, it's like, guys, put your thumbs on the scale already. Order of Azure Eyes still has the 1 question. If the order isn't real, what is Dr. Clauser up to? A complexity 4 with 5 clues available to explain what the hell's going on, if you want. And of course, black and white and red all over is our new mystery, our new threat. So, yeah. You have 2 ways to try and one of 2 ways to try and resolve it, and then an extra question to get a move of sorts. Okay, so, and 1 clue on the board for that. So, just remind me again where everybody plans on going. So, Felix is planning on dealing with Nate.
Yep.
Okay. After smoking, Ellie, where are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go hit the auction houses and pretend to be an associate of Taggart's.
Okay.
I don't necessarily need another. I don't know. We are at +3 on that one. Maybe I should continue my pattern of avoidance and poke at Azure Eyes.
That is up to you. I mean, this is Dayface is you guys. So
Yeah. I think Ellie, having said that she's going to deal with things, is mulling it over in the back of her head. And I think instead she's going to go do something toward the Azure Eyes. Let's see. No one's been to the Footman's Inn. I think that's where I'm going to head.
Sure. And Mordecai.
Yeah, I'll pop by Abigail's, do just the curse, and then I'll go to Sabine.
You're gonna visit.
No, I'm just going past. I'm told the curse it, and then I'll go visit my friend.
Okay, you're gonna visit Suleiman after cursing.
Yes.
I thought
yes,
you did that in the morning.
Yeah, I did that in the morning. I just had don't I have to roll this?
Oh, is it part of you're actually using your move?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Using my move.
Okay, yeah, you can totally use your move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I want to trap her in her house. She won't leave that house again.
Okay.
If she's so proud of that house, she can stay there indefinitely. As I said, it's not the worst curse imaginable, but
Okay. Alrighty.
What's my sensitivity? 2, right? Yeah. No, I'm right here. That's where I am. Let's go. Oh, it's a 5. I need to. That is actually nice because I have to meet. I will use the Mask of the Future, and I think I will use the Darkened Threshold.
Oh, okay.
Because narrate a scene which possessed by a dark entity, harm an innocent. That
Oh, boy.
I think that is perfect for this. I'm cursing this house now and probably curse somebody who I didn't mean to curse.
Okay. So, tell me, and you obviously don't have to do the mask
Mhm.
right now, but I would like to know who it's directed against. Who do you think, or do you want me to pick?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. If you have an idea for who I harm, otherwise it was probably someone who's in that house and was trapped in there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get back to that because it's like I have an idea who I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
stick in there, but we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how this
Okay.
goes. All right.
Okay.
And then you're gonna visit Suleiman.
And then I'm gonna visit
I don't think
Suleiman.
you know. I don't think you know that it backfired, or
Okay.
that it had
Yeah.
had a problem with it.
Okay, yeah, because I was doing it like real quick, right? I
Mhm.
wasn't even really paying attention. Sure, there
Yeah.
were the spirits, and that was not that's never entirely pleasant, but it's fine. I can deal with a couple of bruises.
Yeah. So, I mean, it works.
I've been thinking more about Felix and what he said to me while I was doing this, and didn't really pay all that close attention
Exactly.
to what I was doing.
Whoopsie. So, yeah, I think as you are leaving, or like, as you're passing by, you're doing this first, you're knowing it works because your entities are are enjoying themselves and, letting you know that they did it or whatever. I think as the effect of the thing is going over, we see through the camera, just before we fade into a different scene, we see Abigail coming out and Sylvia, can't remember her last name, but Sylvia from the masquerade ball going in to the house, getting caught in the enchantment. Whoopsie.
But the curse worked, right? So Abigail was not going out.
I mean,
it was a 7 to 9.
Right. But I think also too, I mean, like, she's trying to get out, but then like Sylvia also gets entrapped by it as
that's
well.
fair. That's fine, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be an interesting fix. Okay. Felix, let's have you go visit Nate. Actually, you know what? Since we're hitting the hour, let's take a break first. Let's take a 10-minute break first, and then we'll come back, and then everybody gets to start doing their stuff for the day, okay? All right, let us resume. So, Felix, you are headed over to the Agate headquarters.
Yep.
Such as it is.
Yep.
And as we established before, it's, well funded but ill equipped, except for what's actually in there, keeping, some supernatural things enclosed. Contained, exactly.
Which I told Mordecai, but not.
Yeah. But,
so,
yeah,
big
I don't think
cowboy hat,
you're not,
silver spurs showing up.
Felix showing up at Agate. And you can't tell this from being on the outside, but I think once little Constable Hall is, greeting you, he recognizes you, obviously, and says, "Oh, hello, Mr. Ocasio. Inspector Short is inside. Would you like me to get him?"
No, that's quite all right.
What can I do for you here?
I'm here for your most recent guest.
Yes. Inspector Short has asked that anyone that needs to see the prisoner Has Inspector Short present when questioning the person?
Oh?
It's his request, sir.
And are you going to listen to him?
He's my superior.
That's not the question I asked.
And he's looking down. He's not looking at you at all. I think he feels the weight.
Are you
of
going to obey orders?
The door to the containments are this way, sir. And he just points.
Felix won't move.
And
Are
he
you
looks
so
at
regularly insubordinate?
And he will admit in a small voice, I feel the weight of your stare, sir. I see how Inspector Short reacts to you. He's stock still, like he doesn't want to incur any ire.
Why are you in this position?
Why, sir? I was assigned here. Still not looking at you.
You would defend London from monsters, and a single withering gaze is enough to make you break ranks?
I do as my superiors do, sir. And when I see my superior follow certain orders, then I feel I should follow through and comply.
Get short.
Yes, sir. And he'll scurry off and go into other inner doors, and you hear, soon enough, some other doors slamming and such, and, Inspector Short will come through and just have a worried look on his face, but then, try to get his back up and be like, what did you say to Constable Hall? The poor man seems scared out of his mind.
I asked to see the prisoner, and then asked why he was being insubordinate in not following your orders. What kind of leadership are you showing here, Short?
Enough to be able to run this concern.
He was running.
Do you want to see the prisoner or not, sir?
I do. However, I simply wanted to mention a concern, which is that if you are to defend London, if these are the soldiers you're marching with, Short, I do wonder why you're in such an esteemed position. I don't know how you'll catch Lansing's eye this way.
I mean, first he's pissed, and then when you say that, he's just like, he is a bit more cowed, and then he turns away. Would you consent to my presence being with you when you question the prisoner, sir?
As is your station. As a trusted confidant. As a follower. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Please lead on.
This way. And he will lead you into the inner chamber with the hallway of doors. That the doors have been removed, but then now there's bars. And as Ellie has noticed, and you would probably will too, that as you pass these rooms with the bars on them, you sense that these bars have some sort of enchantment on them. Like you feel some kind of runic glow within them, as if somebody has put some kind of sigil, something or others, on them. Not Enochian, but I mean like something, some other.
It's
you know.
effective.
Yes, it's very effective. Like, it emanates from the bars. So, but yeah. So somebody skilled has done something about this.
Mm-hmm.
And Nate's cell is at the end of the hall.
Mm-hmm.
And Inspector Short will stop in front and gesture. Here's the prisoner, sir. And make a
Thank
short
you.
bow. And he'll step aside and as far back as you will allow him to go, to just be present, but not, being too intrusive.
Felix will sit on a chair, jangle his spurs a bit, set the big 10-gallon hat aside, and wait.
It's where for some reason it looks darker here in the cell. And you just see like a moving shadow in the corner. And when there are eyes that open, they don't look human. They kind of glow with like a wolf's ferocity. But somebody stirs from within, and you hear a growl. What do you want, pretty man?
I want to see what made you beautiful once.
What kind of question is that?
To see if you're worth saving. And I'll play with the spurs a bit.
You ride a horse in with those spurs?
No, I took them from someone who did.
And then the person will, again, kind of slink from the shadows, human-sized, but they pad like an animal to, like, near the bars. Not touching them, but getting near them. And you see Nate, the, disreputable hat, the rough and ready clothing, but a little bit more ragged this time. And the face with the more than 5 o'clock shadow, the reddish hair. And he'll look and say, huh, those look a mite familiar.
I imagine the whole ensemble does. She was a bit broader shouldered when she was around.
Thought that smelled familiar. Now, why would you be wearing some of her shit?
She won't need it anymore. I believe if you were to ask Inspector Short here, you won't find Ellie Fletcher wandering around the streets of London in such garb today. And I find myself in need of an American with a certain set of skills. But if you're more beast than man, then, well, I don't see any purpose in keeping you here.
You know why I'm here?
And I know that that purpose is no longer available.
How you figure, sir? And he's actually genuinely curious. He's like, just kind of giving you this, like, kind of, this lolling grin.
Can't kill a person twice, I imagine. What must it be like to travel so far across an ocean, to make such bargains for power, and to be robbed at the last moment for that chance of sweet revenge? Mess with the spurs a little bit more.
What? You
Well,
saying you saying I won't get a chance to tear her apart? She too coward to face me?
Do you think she would just give up the spurs for nothing? Do you think that she would willingly give up a tasteful memorial like this? Willingly? If you want to tear up a corpse, I'm sure we could produce something for you, but I don't think that'll give you the same visceral satisfaction.
You saying she's dead?
Your words. I do have to thank you, though. After all, it isn't very difficult to frame someone for a crime. And Felix will pull out Nate's pistol when someone so readily provides a murder weapon. And with an inspector here, it'd be such a shame to see you cast out to America, extradited for a murder. So, I ask you again. What made you beautiful once, Nate?
The fuck is this? And he starts pacing around the cell, but like it's more like an animalistic kind of pacing, like he's patting around the cell, like as if he's like gonna start to claw on things that he can claw. And he just kind of like looks at you, but he's not touching the bars whatsoever. What do you want?
I want to see if you can be worked with.
So she's not dead?
I'm asking to see if there's something inside of you, robbed of your purpose of revenge, Nate, that still wants to live on.
My Cora's dead, and it's her fault. Do you understand that?
I do.
She needs to die.
And that's done. So what now, Nate?
I control it. I control
Can
this.
you? Can you?
Yeah. I held it together. Making it overseas. And coming along with that stinking Taggart. I can do it. I want to see her. I want to know that she's dead.
And then?
At least that part of me can be at peace. And he's clenching his fists, like clenching and unclenching his fists as he stands there. But you can see him visibly shaking as tears roll down his face from his bloodshot eyes, which are going in and out from either being like feral yellow to back to human. So, but he seems to be holding on. He seems to be, keeping it relatively together, but you can see the grief, the absolute grief on his face and in his body and in the windows of his soul, in his eyes.
Describe this for me, Nate. What I'm seeing. That thing that Cora wed you for. What is that thing that makes you beautiful so deep down inside? Something that curse still has not robbed you of.
together. We rode. We... She was so beautiful. So graceful. She danced. I danced with her. And it was like being one person. And she saw another part of her in me. She saw me. And she loved it. Just as I loved her. You get that? Did you ever love anybody that much that you felt like you were part of one being? That you were matched?
Once.
And you know, when they're gone, it's like half of you disappeared.
And then there's just a hole.
Yeah. Oh.
Felix will stand. Open the bars short.
What? And he shakes himself a bit, and he will fish out some keys. Like, he's doing it automatically. He's not even thinking like himself. He's just following your orders, and he will slowly reach into his pocket, pull out the key, and put it into the lock. And Nate's just looking at you like, how'd you do that? Why?
I will walk into the cell with Nate.
And Inspector Short's like, are you sure that's a good idea?
Just a look, Short.
If you are sure, sir. And he will open up the cell. And Nate will actually step back away from the bars, leaving you enough room to come in. But he has that posture, the clenching and unclenching of fists, where he's kind of hunched over and he's looking at you with those eyes that are just trying to convey so much weight, so much history, and so many tears that have flowed.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Nate, that not many people in London know. I am Ocasio. I am a god of opportunity and of new beginnings. And if you would take my hand, Nate, I promise you that by tomorrow's dawn, you will see something new.
And he's looking at your hand. He asked you first, does this pain ever go away?
You poor mortal man. No. You can try to salve the balm with vice, with virtue, with revenge. It may fade from your memory for a time. You may try to fill it with another person or another purpose, but it is never gone. That scar, that hole, that dent is just a part of you now. but it doesn't have to define you. You can find a new purpose. And Felix's hand stays outstretched. If you want it.
And he's just looking. This hate burns. It's what I've had. Driving me here. Bringing me here. And I think we see the camera like kind of zoom in on your hand and then back to his face. And we're going to fade out of that just for now as we go over to Ellie. Ellie, you're in a completely different situation as you possibly get ready to head out to Footman's Inn in different clothing, I imagine. You're on mute.
So I am, yeah. Got a little into that last scene. Don't mind me. But yeah, I am. I'm not rooting and tooting today. I am going to be dressed a bit more ladylike and subdued. Not trying to hide that I'm American here either, but
subdued. And then you're heading over to Footman's Inn. I think as you're on your way out, dressed in your more fancy duds, as we would say,
yep.
And into the Footman's Inn, I think you hear from down the street, you'll hear somebody calling out your name. Miss Fletcher! Miss Fletcher!
Yes.
And it's Lansing, trying to... And he just kind of, stops in front of you and, just...
Hey.
How have you been?
It's been busy few days, but I was actually going to come looking for you later today. I haven't gotten to see you much.
I know. I've been training and finding out certain things myself. Have you spoken with Mr. Ocasio yet?
Saw him at breakfast. Spoken about what?
I gave him something the other day, and it was something I'd found out at Mrs. Pemberton Potts. And then, as he's saying this, in a whisper to you, he's making he's hailing a cab, for both of you to use,
Very
to
good.
make it look like it's just kind of random, it's fine, just kind of going out together, sure, whatever. And then cab hails up, and then you get in. It's what is your destination? Very formal.
Footman's Inn. Might as well.
He gives you a little look, and then he'll say, if you don't mind, I have some time. I can join you if you'd like.
Absolutely. Yes, do.
And then he'll tap the cab, and then just say Footman's Inn over in whatever district it is, and yeah, you guys are heading over in the cab. And he'll lean in close as soon as the cab gets going and say, "It's in a strange room. And Mrs. Pemberton Potts, I gave Mr. Ocasio a sketch that I made before the room locked. Strange crystal globe cracked on a stone pedestal. Don't know what it means, and only she and Madelancholy can go into that room."
How'd you come to get in?
I didn't. I was just able to see it from the staircase. So it happened to be open, and then I looked.
Well, I'm increasingly worried about having you under her roof. I mean, it's useful. The information you provide is fantastic, but I don't trust her one bit. And I worry for you.
She seems to be all right. I mean, she hasn't said anything about my freelancing, per se, where I've helped short with corralling that person and helped with their investigations, and Madelancholy's been training me. And she's provided a place to stay. It's been convenient. And
Yeah.
at least I'm close.
Yeah. Well, you could be closer. I mean, Hargrave House has a lot of rooms.
True, but she does make a point that it may not be good that we're under the same roof. I mean, and he's just looking really shy all of a sudden, like,
Not offer.
No, it's not.
I'm not much concerned with proper.
I know, but...
But you are, I know.
When this is all over, I hope to have a better, more serious conversation with you about a possible future. But until then, just have to keep up appearances, I suppose, and see what I can glean and help where I can.
Would it damage your reputation too much to come by Hargrave House this afternoon after we're done at the inn?
Not if it includes an invitation to tea, or...
There we go. Tea
There
can
we
be
go.
involved.
And he just has that smile of his, at you as you head on over to the Footman Inn. So, you make it over to
And
the...
Ellie avoids thinking about her real problems once again.
Uh-huh. Oh, man. I should slap a condition on you for that. Lost in Edmund's eyes.
There we go. Done.
God. Yep. Oh, God. Too damn funny. All right, Footman's Inn, just in case we haven't done it already. Shabby furniture, a hearty stew reminding you of simpler days, the smell of stale ale. Paint the scene. Despite it being located in a rather shady part of the city, the inn makes you feel at ease. How so? And this is for everyone, even though you're not there. How does the inn make you feel at ease, even though, it's in a kind of sketchy part of the city?
It has a really cozy fireplace. That's well designed to throw heat into the room and to draw the smoke out well, so the air isn't too much of a fug from the fire. But yeah, it's just, especially on a raw autumn day, it's just very nice and easy to relax in the warmth.
It probably is one of those days, too, because, it's been blustery and everything all day. And, now that you're out of the carriage and then into the inn itself, you're feeling the coziness, the wonderful closeness of that warmth. And nice and dry, too, as opposed to the possible, threat of rain, So, what else makes this feel like home or feel cozy?
I think it's the smell, the food,
Mm-hmm.
the leather of the chairs. Someone's maybe put on a lavender nosegay somewhere. It's just it just is a blend of all these smells. It just feels like, yeah, I want to stay here. I want to have some of this food. I want to have some of that tea over there. It's just nice.
I think that it's a family-run establishment. I think that it's a husband and a wife, and just the warmth and love that they have for each other kind of is spread towards all the people who would visit. Like, they welcome you as family for however brief a time you stay. And I think for people who are traveling, who are far from home, to sort of be adopted for a little while
Yeah.
and just have that.
Yeah. And I think that is like, the case too, right? Because George, who's the innkeeper, he'll come up to you too right away and say, "Oh, welcome. Come in. Would you like some kind of ale, or possibly the stew? The stew's exceptionally well, and has added a little bit more seasoning today, and we were able to get a fresh cut of venison, so extra succulent."
Smells wonderful. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, his shirt's a little greasy, that like sits very taut over his beer belly, but I mean, like, you can tell it's because he's been helping in the kitchen, and maybe, like, maybe maybe a little like messy from like
Never
helping
trust
with
a
the
skinny
venison.
cook.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's been a trial, but they've gotten like all their stuff out, and it's like it just smells wonderful in here, you know. So he's got he's got the greasy shirt, he's got a rosary hanging from his belt. And he's just like, take all comers here. So, just want to make sure that you're comfortable. So yeah, please come in. Rooms for the night? Week?
Oh, no, I just wanted to come in here and have a nice meal. And it's my understanding that uh, an old friend of mine who I'd lost touch with lived here, Harrison Leeds.
Oh. And he looks stricken for a moment. You haven't heard then?
I heard something that I wasn't sure how much to credit the rumor.
He's
Something happened.
passed. He was, I'm so sorry to say, killed. They found him dead.
That's terrible.
Perhaps I'm being a little bit more sensationalist. I'm so sorry. These papers, they give all sorts of weird rumors. The circumstances of how he was found. Very odd. If you had been around, you would have seen they was talking about strange things like blue tears streaked across his cheeks and bloody hands, and that's how he was found. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Did you know him long? And Lansing
long
puts an arm
time
around
ago,
your Lansing puts an arm around your shoulders as if to comfort you or your friend. Oh God.
He's got some natural talent at this.
He's patting
my
your shoulder. Yeah, and it's like
my
it's all right.
husband's here.
It's all right, dear. It's all right.
Thank you.
Please sit down, and I'll have Anne bring over some of the stew. It'll help.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
My saying is always
that
that a full belly, like, at least helps heal.
yes.
So.
But maybe you can tell me a little about his last days, his time here, and I'd like to roll an information move with presence.
Absolutely, go for it. If you have anything that could help you with that, even like, personal quarters item or whatever you want to mention.
See,
I'll
I think
take
I
it too.
will. Is my condition of Lost in Edmund's eyes going to be hampering me here?
I don't think so. I mean, like, it's not like, having to do with the thing. I mean, like, unless you're like making such googly eyes at Edmund that you're not paying attention.
I don't think I'm that distracted.
No, I don't think you're that distracted either. Now, if you were investigating Nate, then we have a problem. But
yeah, there'd be so many problems if I was investigating Nate right now. But
yippers.
I think well, I'm not using my spurs unless I'm wondering why the hell Felix is wearing them. But
you can always call upon remembrances, right? I mean, like, you don't have to have things
true.
with you.
That's true. I'm
just saying.
Yeah.
But if you're using them for mechanical advantage, you obviously have to check them off. So.
Right. Yes. Oh, yes.
But narratively, it makes me laugh.
I am thinking. Okay. Gotta be focusing on the investigation. Gotta be using the tools at my disposal. I've sort of I'm not going to use the spurs because I can't quite parlay that into this. But I'm messing with 3 little feathers that are in my pocket.
Okay.
Which are my reminder of the first job I did with Hargrave House.
Okay.
And how successfully we resolved that. And so I'm just kind of,
okay,
doing that to
give you some confidence.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure I have this set up correctly. Okay. I got a 9.
Okay. All right, 9. All right, so let's see. What do you get? You're asking him about, like, Harrison's time here at the Footman's Inn.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What do we see here? He was a strange gentleman. And he says it with a little bit of disdain. Sometimes he would be throwing his weight around. Because of, I guess, deep pockets, shall we say? Not that we did not appreciate it. Coin is always welcome, of course, but sometimes when they get a little bit above themselves, it just makes you want to. But that's neither here nor there. But he's...
Ellie nods as if she has never been this person in her life.
Yeah. And, but he did have some strange interests. When Anne had been going around cleaning some of the rooms and such, during the stays, she noticed some strange books that he had been reading, and she would tell me about some of the things that she saw, and one of them was something that could be described as a lot of books on flowers and trees and plants and all this kind of thing. But she said one of them was very, very odd. And what he ends up describing to you both, is a book. Hold on. You'll love this, and I'm just making sure that it's not already in here. A book of occult botany with many dog-eared pages and notes scribbled along the margins. You'd think he was observing something that was around here, but we have no, to be honest, no plant life like within a 2-mile radius of here. Or,
Yeah, this is right in the middle of the city. What?
Yes, it was very, like I said, he had very, very strange interests. But he was paying, and this was his temporary lodging, so I assumed that he was on his way eventually to something else. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. Did you know him long and well?
I knew him a long time ago, and I think I was hoping to reconnect and introduce Edmund to an old friend.
I'm so sorry. So, please, stay and at least enjoy a little repast. Again, stew's
Yes.
good, and before you go on your way, just at least feel a little comforted.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I almost feel bad about lying to this man. He's so nice. Almost.
But I gotta complicate your life or give you an condition.
Yes, you
so I
do.
gotta figure out what I gotta do. But I think hold on. Oh, okay, I got it. So I think as you two are settling down for your meal or something, I think you, and I don't know whether, I can't remember whether you guys had heard of this person or not, but you see a distinct masculine looking figure, like slipping behind George as he's talking to you, and he's like kind of like just making small talk as he's leaving the bowls of stew for you, and talking about his wife and everything like that. You see somebody furtively make their way from a side door up to the stairs and go upstairs, and you feel like as if you've noted this person before, like having to do with Dr. Clauser, but you're not sure from where. Like you get a glimpse of a three-piece suit, broad shoulders, like a bowler hat and stuff like that, and some curly hair underneath and such. But they're heading upstairs to rooms, presumably. This is an inn after all, but the way they're doing it makes it seem like they're not regular.
They don't want to be noticed, and therefore that is itself suspicious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what you notice. And we're going to head over to Mordecai. So, Mordecai, you have cursed Abigail, and who unfortunately somehow has tangled poor Sylvia Belrose into that particular curse web. Oh boy.
That is unfortunate.
Yes, it is. But regardless, you do make it over to Suleiman's shop, to his barber shop. Let me get over there. Yep, over on Fleet Street. And he's got
my earpiece is running out of me. Can you repeat that, please?
Yes, Suleiman Burker. He's the Fleet Street barber. Okay, so his shop is there. The shop itself is cramped, fragrant, and it has a single barber's chair in it, several settees, and a complete lack of mirrors. It's open late at night and early in the morning, has a steady stream of clientele from the press and London's West and South Asian population. Paint the scene. What unusual but pleasant scent do you pick out among the perfumed oils? And what happy memory does it bring to mind? Feel free, and anybody can answer. I mean, not just Mordecai. What unusual but pleasant scent do you pick out among the perfumed oils, and what happy memory does it bring to mind?
I think it smells like an alpine flower that only grows up in the mountains. And the pleasant memory is that remember that inn where Mordecai was before the vampire attack? Yes, that's the pleasant memory, because it was really nice being there before, okay, things went to shit, but yeah.
And that alpine flower probably only grew near there, right?
Yes.
Damn. But it's here now. Oh boy. So what else is smelled here. Perfumed oil. Happy memory.
Frankincense. We'll go with a classical sort of thing. I think for Felix, it reminds him of a time when mortals knew what was up. Mortals left offerings, they sang praises, they recognized who was in charge. And it was nice to see people so dedicated back in those days. He thought they were happier.
I think there's a particular waft of pipe tobacco, and it's a blend that not an expensive or rare blend, but it's one that that would remind Ellie of the impresario of the medicine show. The first person who kind of was willing to take a chance on her for herself and her skills and not for any position or wealth that she'd inherited. And so that's her association.
Nice. Awesome. Suleiman Burker himself has a kindly face, impressively mustachioed. So imagine somebody who has this wonderful, bald pate, but like all the hair seems to have congregated above his lip and just beautiful, just beautifully full. Meaty but proficient hands, and he's lived in London for almost 2 decades since leaving Istanbul. Okay. Exceptional barber, dedicated clientele. And I think you can sense, Mordecai, being who you are, I think you can sense it's not only mortals that come here.
Well, that makes it even more comfortable, I guess.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah. Since it's a gray autumn's day, I think the sun isn't out, but Mordecai still walks in, closes the parasol because he still wears that, takes that with him. But he will say good morning, afternoon, whatever it is. He knows it, whatever it is. He won't say it like that.
And Suleiman turns around and is like, is that Mr. Laurence?
Indeed it is.
Ah, it's wonderful to see you again. I see you are of a more even complexion.
Yes, it is not very sunny outside, but I thought I might want to have someone give me the kind of very good shave that you do.
And the only one that I can provide for you, of course.
Exactly.
Oh, please, sit.
Yes.
And take a seat. I'll take care of you. And, of course, we respect those that do not need to have mirrors.
Oh, yes. I don't need to see myself in a mirror all the time, so that's fine. I'm not, no. I will say, Suleiman, it has come to my attention that you might have a slight problem with the police. Have I heard that correctly?
Well, if I do, then they can only complain because I have competition, but I haven't heard of anything recently. Why? What have you heard?
I have heard that there have been several people murdered around this place. Around London, obviously, people always get murdered. But in this case, they have had their throats cut with a very sharp knife. And the police person who informed me and my colleagues of this said that he was interested in you as a potential perpetrator, which I find ridiculous, obviously.
Absolutely. Oh, For what reason? And as he's like mixing up his cream and getting ready to, to give you a good shave and everything like that. Like, it's very soothing cream on your face, by the way.
Yes. Apparently, and I will try not to talk too much while he is shaving me.
Yeah.
But apparently it was like their reasoning was that these people were murdered by a very sharp razor, by someone who knew how to handle a razor, which I find, as I said, ridiculous. But
absolutely.
But some of these people might have been of your clientele who died. 3 men of South or East Asian descent.
Oh, and then like if you like rattle off some of the names, he'll be like, the careful touch and gentle touch of his razor against your face pauses a little bit. Oh, I see. And he sounds almost angry. Well, I can reassure you, and he's still delicate, but there's a steel in his voice when he says, "I can reassure you, Mr. Laurence," as he brings away the cream. "I can reassure you that is not any of my doing, because I would not go against any of those gentlemen. The Fleet Street newsmen, I don't know of any of their ilk, but those men, they're my friends."
Yes, I thought so.
"And I'm concerned." And he's finishing up on your face and then bringing up a nice warm towel to like wrap around, your lower face a little bit.
And if there's anything you can think of that might help me and my colleagues get closer in on this case, I feel certain that if we can find the perpetrator, we might dissuade the police person from doing anything unfortunate.
If you could help with this, that would be appreciated. And if you want to make an info move and like kind of like base your question somehow, just let me know.
Yeah.
And let's see, info move. Because of the particulars of this case, I will say you can either do reason or you can do sensitivity. It's up to you.
I think I'll do sensitivity.
Okay.
No. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw one of my personal quarters items. I got back to you about it. No, I'm not using a personal quarters item. I'm just rolling.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm rolling sensitivity here, and I get a 12. I get a 12. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh boy. You know what that means. Okay. Somebody's getting meddled with. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? What would you like to specifically ask Suleiman about?
I would like to ask how if there has been any talk among his friends about who might be able to do such a thing, what kind of spirit we might be dealing with.
Sure. Well, I can tell you that it seems to be from what I had heard from some of the deaths, there always seemed to be some kind of sign left behind.
Yes, I've heard that too.
Yes. I think what was found, and I'm not sure if they said anything, but I will tell you, for those particular deaths of my people, they found a white feather that ended up melting away like a snowflake.
No feathers off. Yes. Makes sense.
Will that help?
Possibly. We think the Enochian inscriptions might mean that there's something angelic involved here.
Why? Why would
That is a good question.
Don't understand. Why would they have anything?
There is no strife between your people and the angelic, from what I know, right?
No.
I thought so.
Don't understand.
Neither do I. But there must be a reason. And I'm very sure that we will ferret it out and take care of this problem.
Any help that you can give would be appreciated. You understand.
Yes. I think you should keep about some, what's that substance that angels don't like? And I know that's in the supernatural wiki, but there is something. I will say you should keep some antimony about you. I hear that might help with angelic herons of the high.
Thank you. And about the more mortal disturbance?
The more mortal disturbance. I feel that Inspector Pettigrew, who is the lead inspector on this case, might have some other troubles coming his way. Has been for a while now.
A really slow smile appears on his face. It wouldn't have anything to do with any kind of tricks on the detective inspector, would it?
I couldn't possibly say. And give him a smile in return.
And he smiles back at you. The same kind of smile. I think you're in agreement on that one. 12. I have to figure out how to put in this one mastermind clue because...
And Mads, I apologize for this, but it says I have the source of the anomaly, and the next time I mark the mask of the future, gain a mastermind clue.
Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Let me look at that again.
Yeah, it's on line 233.
Okay.
The source of the anomaly, and next time you mark the mask of the future, gain a mastermind clue.
Oh, nice. Okay, so basically you get 2 mastermind clues from me today.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yep.
No, thank you for telling me that, because I hadn't looked at the
only,
move.
I only just saw it.
Okay, all right. Let me see what mastermind clues I had given you so far. I mean, I already know one of the ones that I have to give you, but I don't know about the second, the other one. Let me see. Oh, how the hell do I include this? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to include these next 2 mastermind clues in here to give that to you guys. Because basically both of these clues would be going to Mordecai, but I might spread them out amongst you just because I need to try to fit him in somehow. That makes sense.
Sure.
So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Okay. So do people need a break? I mean, like, do you want a 5-minute break, before we hit the end, or you're good? I just want to make sure.
Okay. I'm good.
Cool. All right. How many have left before the attack? I have only one more piece of history to reveal before the assault will happen. So, and yeah.
Okay.
And that might be coming pretty damn soon, so just be aware. Yay! Oh man. Okay. Sorry. I have to figure out like where I'm going to put these two mastermind clues. Two mastermind clues. Okay. All right, and let's go back to Nate. Oh God. I think as we fade out of the two smiling supernatural beings like smiling at each other, I think we go to more stricken or more serious looks from Felix and Nate as they're looking at each other and into each other's eyes. And we see Felix's outstretched hand and Nate clenching and unclenching his fists. And he'll ask first one more thing. Why? Why? Why would you help me? You don't know me.
It is who I am. In my heart of hearts. Beneath the pageantry, beneath all the playfulness. Giving opportunity to those who need it at their lowest point. And that's all I'm offering you, Nate. An opportunity to choose a new path forward.
He doesn't take his eyes off of you. But you feel his hand reach for yours. And you feel his rough grip on your hand.
Two things I'd like to do.
Yep.
One, as he grasps my hand, I would like to mark my masterwork as I adopt Nate as a follower.
Oh boy. What does this look like? What are you having him do?
What do you mean?
Is it just the fact that he clasped your hand and like now you're like adding him to the masterwork kind of thing?
He is effectively like knelt down, hunched over, and like grasping up.
Yeah.
Desperately trying to get like a little bit of hope. And that's vulnerable. Like, I don't think he needs to like lick my shoes or anything. Like, I think that's debasing enough, especially for a big, strong American man.
Pretty much.
And as their hands clasp, what does the masterwork look like? I think that in a mirrored appearance. So on the masterwork, there's that section with James Allardyce where like there's the different forms of Allardyce overlaid on one another looking in one direction. I think on the other side there's Nate looking in the distance, and the shape is, if you look at one angle, just like this like strong American, like, manifest destiny sort of like classical art. But if you see it from another angle, it's this hunched, wretched thing clasping like a crumpled photo. Yeah. Or lithograph, whatever we got in the late 1800s.
He's got a crumpled photo? Is that what you said?
Yes, of Cora, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's him at this crossroads, at this moment of inflection where we don't, at least still very much alive, we don't know how this is going to go, but this is an opportunity that he did not have when this day started.
Yeah. And I'm going to add to that, funnily enough,
Mm.
where as Nate is looking in the masterwork, and maybe you behold this in your mind's eye and such as the masterwork changes, and you're so glad to have Nate as a follower now as you scar your reflection. But I think as he's looking out into the distance at the crossroads, you start to see the crossroads and the distance change at his part of the horizon or whatever. It's almost as if part of the tapestry is making itself, because it becomes almost like coming from a horizon line and then flattens out into like a parchment map that seems to show an expanse of forest with well-laid paths and trails, and one plotted route for trade, with mysterious red marks expanding out of the forest as well. This is one of the mastermind clues.
She comes into my house and messes with my masterwork.
Oh yes. We're
All
not
right.
we're not fucking around anymore, because it's getting serious.
Okay.
Serious now. So so that
and
is
then
one of the mastermind clues.
Second
And you see
action.
this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that handshake. I'm absolutely horrified that the mastermind can affect my masterwork. That should not happen. If you could also write that down so I could add it to my notes about the scars.
It's in the mastermind clue list.
Cool.
Yeah.
Second, would like to kiss Nate's forehead and use Draw the Veil.
Ooh. Use Draw the Veil. Okay. And that works like how again? Do we put it
When you
someplace?
invoke the powers of the Fey realm to obscure the true nature of a person, object, or, in this case, situation, roll with presence.
Okay. Alrighty.
Is Most Beloved going to impact this, given that I am dealing with a follower?
I would say so. I mean, you're in the crosshairs here. I mean, like, Most Beloved's affecting you.
Okay.
You're like his aura, right? Like all the forces
will-
of the universe are just kind of like that's the person.
I will mark Nate's pistol then as I have a marker. This is who Nate is. It has so much of him tied to it.
Yeah.
And I will roll with presence.
Yep.
2d6 plus 3. That is a 12.
Okay. Got it. Amazing.
And
on a 12.
Roll with advantage. Your deception goes unnoticed. The idea is that if he sees Ellie, he does not recognize her. And when the time is right, I imagine that it says roll with advantage when acting to maintain it. So that implies that I can drop the glamour whenever I see fit.
Okay. But I mean, are you also going to be, does it work both ways though, do you think? Like that, like it's also obscuring him from everybody else? Like, they won't necessarily see Nate? I'm just asking.
I think that complicates things a lot. Sure.
I'm just asking. Yeah. Like, who's this guy?
This is my new American assistant. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, because they had no idea what you were up to that day, right? I'm so sorry. I just think it's great. Oh, Lord. Back at the Footman's Inn, you two, Lansing and
yeah.
Ellie, you had seen the mysterious figure go upstairs.
Head upstairs.
Yeah, head upstairs. Yep. Sneaking upstairs behind George.
I think I would like to ask our host.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know whether Mr. Leeds things were they taken away, or is his room still here?
Well, his room's
Hmm.
still here, of course, but we haven't really had a chance to clear his belongings yet. We are still in the midst of writing to find out who could pick up his effects, that sort of thing.
Certainly. Would it be all right if I just took a look? Not to take anything. I would just like to see his room.
That would be all right, I suppose. I mean, to be honest, the police had also asked and perhaps gotten some things already, but I think they left the
Sure.
majority of things that they did not need. So, yeah. And then he'll fish out like a clapboard of keys and such, and he'll hand you one that has a block of wood on it that says room 14.
Thank you. Hustling up those stairs. There might be back stairs, but if there are not back stairs, the person who snuck up there is still there upstairs somewhere.
Well, let me ask you first. I mean, Lansing's gonna look at you and it's like as if to say, "Do you need me, or do you want me to stay and keep him busy?" You know?
Come with me,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, and then and then he'll make his excuses and say he has to accompany you to just give you some comfort and stuff while you're going up there, and then you make it up there, and it's like, it's like, what did you see?
Someone snuck up here while we were talking. And I don't know if they were coming to Leeds' room or not, but they didn't want to be seen, and that is suspicious to me. So,
Right. I don't think there's any other egress from the stairwell to the rooms, but I can wait here if you want to go to the room itself.
thank you. Yeah, that if you can make sure that no one gets past you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Do you have
So, yeah.
Do you have your weapons with you? All right.
Yeah, these days I'm not going about London unarmed, like ever. Not that I ever went completely unarmed, but I didn't used to carry the pistol during the day, and now I do.
Yeah. He gives you a slightly worried look, but he watches you go down to room 14. Doors closed. But you do hear slightly from your preternatural senses, you do hear somebody shuffling in there very stealthily. What do you do?
I'm going to try to turn the key. Is it locked? I'm going to try it very carefully.
It is locked.
Okay.
Somebody's locked it
Then
from
I'm
the
going to try
inside.
to turn the key as quietly as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the knob as quietly as I can.
Uh-huh.
And then fling the door open and see if I catch somebody with it if they were standing near the door. I think these rooms are probably not large, so.
No. Night move, please. Or
Sure
night
thing.
move? Hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of how serious
How dangerous
this
is this?
Yeah, exactly. No, day move, sorry.
Okay.
Gotta remember what time it is. Day move. What do you think will go wrong?
I think that if the roll goes badly, they heard me coming and are not only not surprised, but have the drop on me to some degree.
Yes. Sounds good. Alrighty. So
what
hope
am
you
I
don't
rolling
fail.
with?
You are rolling with vitality.
Okay. And Does Lost in Edmund's eyes apply? I hope not, but
I don't think so. I mean, you're
okay.
intent upon getting into the room and such. The freaking hell, witch dice! My God! Holy
Not
We
crap!
keep winning. All right, let's go.
Witch dice, what are you doing to me? All right. Anyway, 12. Fine. You have narrative control.
Okay.
Basically, I'm going to say that when you fling open the door, somebody is the person in the three-piece suit with the bowler hat. You see the hat like brought down low on their face, but you see a fist flying out at you. As soon as
And
the door
I
opens.
slide out of the way and just take that arm and wrap it up behind them so that I've got them in an arm lock.
Ugh!
Who are you and what are you doing in Harrison Lee's room?
Let me go! And then like you hear a string of like, German swears at you.
No. No, I'm not letting you go. You need to answer my question.
And just, yeah, the more invectives, like, hurled your way. And then, like, Lansing comes down and, just kind of wanders down to the room door and just kind of leans on the frame and says, "You'd better do what she says. She can hurt you." And, the person would be like,
Adding a little extra tug to the arm just as he says that.
"Fine. Let me up."
I am cautiously letting him up. Taking a step back, but still very much ready to continue the violence if need be.
Yeah, I mean, basically, when you release them for them to get up, they turn and you realize it's a very muscular built woman who happens to be in a man's three-piece suit when she raises her face, and underneath the bowler hat is like, profusion of curls that, and feminine features, and you just realize but she looks like her nose has been broken a few times, right? And yeah, she just looks and says, and then she's kind of like rubbing out her arm and stuff like that. Fine. What do you need to know?
Who you are and what you're doing in Harrison Lee's room.
I'm Erica. I guard Dr. Klauser. As to what I am doing here in Mr. Leeds' room, that is my business, not yours.
I kind of think it isn't. Because, there's two of us here and you had to sneak in, so, I've got a key. I was allowed to come up here by the proprietor of this place. You weren't. So I think you need to talk.
Info move with whatever you think will get you some information from this person. You can try do vitality again to like,
I think I'm going with vitality again because
that's fine.
I am being
That's perfectly
directly
fine.
menacing here.
Yeah, that's fine.
9. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. Your specific question was like what she's doing here and specifically in Harrison Leeds' room.
Yes.
Let's see. She says, just make sure I'm not giving like what's already here. If you must know, I was here to recover something of Dr. Klauser's personal property. Mr. Leeds had it. I do not believe that the police had gathered it when they searched his room, and I am here to try and find it.
What is it? And did Leeds borrow it, steal it? Why is it here?
I don't know. I was just sent to get it. And if you must know, it was...
I must.
And she's gonna say, if you must know what it is, and hopefully I didn't put this already in here, so pardon, I'm sorry. It was a sketchbook of drawings. Eyes, hands, and human organs.
Well, that's very interesting. I think there's no reason not to let you continue your business. You understand. I was very distressed to find someone in my friend's room. And I wanted to make sure you weren't robbing him. But if you, as you say, it belongs to your employer.
It did. So I am here to recover such property. Thank you.
And I will just stand back. I'm not leaving. I'm
Oh, no. I
watching
mean, like,
her search the room.
she understands that, but I mean, like, she keeps on giving you the stink eye as she keeps looking around to find it. And,
I'm not helping her or anything. I'm
oh,
just
no.
standing watching.
But I think because it's like such a thing that, like, well, why would the police care about this, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna basically, leave that alone. Like, maybe it's like, just something that he had, like, as a personal thing or whatever. But she's going to pull it out, like, it's for whatever reason it was like under the covers or what have you, among some of his effects. And it's a small sketchbook. And when she pulls it out, she's going to be like, here, and then she's going to flip to the back of the book where you see like Dr. Clauser's signature / office address
Book plate
or whatever. Yeah, book plate or whatever on the back of it. Yeah.
Well, I see. I'm gonna riffle through it before handing it back, but very good.
May I go now?
Yes. Have a pleasant day.
Guten Tag. And she says it with such venom when she leaves, when she looks past you. I'm gonna say marked by Erika.
Very good.
Is your condition for this. Erika. Yeah, she's tall and muscular. She's like, since you're tall too, I mean, she's probably looking you in the eye as she passes, and she's like,
We're an interesting match, honestly.
seriously, yeah. I don't think she would mind to have have it out with you on a one-on-one. Let's put it that way. And I think as a parting shot, she'll even say, it's like, I don't think you would be so tough if you didn't have backup here. And she kind of like kind of juts her chin over at Lansing.
You might be surprised.
We see. And then she leaves with the sketchbook. But that is a clue. Okay?
Okay.
And then Mordecai. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. But Mordecai, it's like you've gotten a clue from Suleiman. So I did one mastermind clue with
Felix's
Felix.
question mark.
Thank you. Right, but now I gotta give you one. Let's see. Are you staying in Suleiman's shop for a little bit longer, like after he finishes with your shave, or are you going to head somewhere else? I just want to know for how I'm going to present this next clue.
Yeah, I think Mordecai is not staying around Suleiman. I think he is walking around, seeing like this has been in a certain area, right? All these murders.
Yes, Fleet
from
Street.
what we know, Fleet Street.
Yes.
Okay, and I think what he will look at is if are there any places of worship, like a church or a mosque or a synagogue of some religion that has angels in it, basically.
I see. Okay.
Just to see if there are maybe statues missing, or just to get a feel for this.
Sure. You can see like nearby or in the distance, you see one of the most distinctive structures and one of the tallest in the London skyline, which is the dome of St. Paul's Cathedral.
Oh yeah.
Standing above the square mile of the city of London and overlooks Fleet Street. So yeah, I mean,
Oh,
very
okay.
prominent here.
Interesting.
So, it's definitely one of the things that you know about it, as well as being a sanctified space, it features the Whispering Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's just something to keep in mind for next time, but because we're nearing time and I want to make sure that we're on time. But, as you see that, I think, let me see, let me give a mastermind clue as a parting shot here. Give me a second. I think as you maybe look up at the St. Paul's Cathedral, I think you see the sky darken a little bit, like as if there's a shadow, like the fingers of branches going across the sky, and you hear a distant rumble around you, behind you. It's coming from someplace. And then, as this happens, I think you hear, "Oh, Mr. Laurence. How are you?"
Miss Pemberton Potts. Thank you. I'm very well. How are you?
"I'm wonderful." And she comes up alongside you, and she kind of looks up at the cathedral as well. And she just looks at you with those beautiful eyes of hers, looks up at you, and says, "Are you ready?"
Not quite.
"Are you ready for the forest's coming?"
As I said, not quite.
And we are closing out of that as our scene for today. Hold on, let me plug this in as the second clue that I owe you for Mastermind. Give me a second. Okay, so that is plugged in as the next Mastermind clue.
Cool.
And unfortunately, because of the one clue that I put in there. Oh boy. Do I do the reveal now? Yeah, I'll do the reveal now because I have to find out when I'm supposed to talk about the assault. But I will say that closing out of that, we fade into a stinger. We see other scenes where the shadow of the forest branches are overlooking other places, other times, other forests where a storm is coming. And each time, Rose, Mrs. Pemberton Potts, is standing on the outside, just on the outside of this particular forest. And she starts collecting. She starts greeting other survivors from the forest as they stagger or crawl their way from having barely survived, and asks them what they're willing to do to survive through the forest. People such as Dr. Bastian Holzer, changed by his own hubris and experiments. Laurel Walton, loyal ducal lady-in-waiting who would not betray her mistress. And Madelancholy, a sorcerer with ties to the forest's heart and his found family. and the legacy of sorcerers in his history. And we close out of that last reveal and go into stars and wishes. So, oh my god, what a session. So, stars and wishes, you know how this works. I don't even have to explain this anymore. Ugh. Whoever wants to go first, I can't. I just can't.
Good session.
My very first star has to go to the scene between Felix and Nate. I mean, that was really something. The fact that you got past the raw rage to the pain that the rage comes from. You actually got that out into the open, and that was beautifully done on both your parts. And that was just my heart.
I mean, I could have made it more.
The Fae fuckery too.
That was beautiful. I love the fact that you ended up using like some more stuff that you got, you know, like moves and like all that. I love that.
And it's going to cause
so much trouble. So much trouble. Oh my
yes.
god.
Comedy, there has to be some, even if it's just a brief passing encounter where neither of them recognize each other.
Right.
Just ships in the night, whatever. Who was that? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
My wish for that is that if we're confronting a threat, that they actually work alongside each other.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Where do you plan on having him stay?
Like, are you asking me what my like wish is for how it resolves?
Yes.
That I destroy him spiritually by robbing him of the revenge that has motivated him.
Oh wow.
And allowing for him to move on, whether as a cursed American and dealing with that, or using taketh away in a unique way.
Oh wow. Amazing. Oh god. If you can make that work, man, I applaud you. God damn.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
I know you have ideas. That's why I love your ideas. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
But
okay.
Sorry to interrupt, Ellie. You were in the midst of a...
I just that was just, that scene was the thing that is going to stick with me most about this session. That's for sure. And I really loved the vulnerable scene with Mordecai, just cutting right through and not letting Ellie get away with her usual bullshit. She's come to think of Mordecai as one of the more oddly comfortable people for her to talk to, and here he is just turning that cool observation directly on what she doesn't want people to observe coolly. And that was a good turnabout. And wishes, man, I really like what Felix is doing with Nate, and at the same time I feel like there needs to be some kind of confrontation between Ellie and Nate. So I don't know how to balance those two. I mean, they're both really good ending. I mean, I don't know how to balance.
I have some ideas as well, but I have to coordinate with Mike to see what his idea is and see if it fucks around with mine. So I mean, like, it'll be great for sure.
I will leave the two of you to discuss that then.
So,
and that's me.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, echo the star. I think what it basically showed is that Nate is not completely gone. That was like, oh wow, okay, no, he's not completely gone. He's a problem, but and he will be. And I love the whole development in this, and I would love to have a confrontation. I also like Erica, I have to say. I would like the confrontation there as well. Probably emotionally a little simpler. Yeah, I also like the both of the vulnerable scenes. I always love bantering with Felix. Always feels like we're kind of sparring, but in a sort of friendly fashion. And then with the whole thing with Ellie and her whole messes that she's kind of not really wants to clean up. That was awesome. Thank you, Kathleen, for having these two messes for me to call out. That was fun. Yeah, and I also liked Suleiman and the whole thing. I think it's good to see Mordecai have actual friendly kind of people outside of Hargrave House. And also, and my wish is, I really want to see what happened with that fucking curse and that poor lady that was caught on it, and what Mordecai will do, because he has a sense of justice, and what he did was unjust, so he has to deal with that, and he will hate to do that. He hates to be in the wrong, right?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some call out at some point for that one, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there should be.
Yeah, I enjoyed the vulnerable scene with Mordecai. There's this weird thing that happens whenever Felix is in a vulnerable scene, which is he finds something to just kind of do gotcha, or that's funny coming from you. Ellie talking about, I care about freedom. I also want to restrict people with their freedom. Or Mordecai, I can't believe these people, they're just given power, says the person who had like power bound within them, like, and is like, just, I like these contrasts because people try. I don't know if anyone's really quite pinned Felix down yet in terms of that and taken him to task with the damage that he's doing to people by this. He's just making messes. And unlike Ellie, who's avoiding it and will eventually take responsibility, or Mordecai, who does feel genuine, like, I need to take responsibility, Felix doesn't. He just makes messes and expects that people will deal with them. So, I enjoyed the Mordecai scene. I I like how you're depicting Ellie, Kathleen. Just that you can take the heiress out of America, but you can't quite remove her entitlement. Like, there are problems even from something as little as cleaning the kitchen and still doing that. Oh, fine, I'll do some of it. Um, to the whole thing with Nate. And thank you for providing clarity in terms of, do I just kill Nate here in the prison cellar or the jail cell or not? I'm looking forward to the confrontation. Mads will work together on that. And
Yes,
speaking
yes.
of, thank you for being a very good scene partner.
Oh God,
Like,
yes.
being in scenes with you is fun. And even from like the first time we played, you always bring like an emotional component to it that I have trouble with, but you do a good job of drawing it out, especially with questions like, why? Why do this genuinely good thing of offering a second chance to this monster as Felix,
Yeah.
as Mr. The world is about me and what you can do for me?
Exactly.
So,
Right. I mean, like, and it's a valid question coming from him who he feels suffered such a tearing hole in his soul and psyche that it's like, why would you? Why would you care? Or not care, then at least offer a chance, right? I mean, like, that was what he was trying to find out. So, you know.
and finding like a shared connection there, because we haven't
Yeah.
gotten to those masks, but there's Felix by definition is an undeniable, has someone that he loved and lost, and being able to have that bit of empathy there was really cool.
Yeah. That was
So
really a nice thing. Nice touch, for sure. Appreciate
Uh,
that so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that little that glimpse of Felix's vulnerability there was great. I liked seeing just that little peeking through the general Felixness of, yeah, he's not untouchable. Hasn't always been untouchable.
that's me.
That's awesome. I mean, I immediately starred the Mordecai berating Ellie. I thought, you called her out and you did it with an analogy as well. I loved it. Oh my God. So good. That was awesome, Sabine. Holy crap. I was like, yes. Oh my God. So good. And I love the fact that you guys just play off of each other and just are able to point out each other's, that's not foibles. What am I trying to say? Like this is what you're doing.
Hypocrisy.
But you really, yeah, hypocrisy. Exactly. And it's just like, oh my God, come on, guys. So you're calling each other out on it, which is great. So good. And I love to see it, because then it's just like more fodder for like, how are these people working together again? And somehow that's still happening. It's still happening, and in a weird way, it's almost like seeing you care for each other, but be like, for real, man, or like, whatever. I mean, like, get your act together, get your shit together, because things are happening, right? I love it. It's such a great dynamic, and I think it's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, like, that was a great scene, and like, I like to play to find out, and sometimes I don't even know what the motivations are until the character responds. So NPC Nate is just like, he's very real. Like, when he talks to somebody, he's very real. So, yeah, I mean, like, thank you for being a great scene partner, Mike. It's always a pleasure to play against your character, because I never know what's gonna happen, and I love it. So that's awesome. And vulnerable scenes were, as always, prime, beautiful. And yeah, everybody's investigations today went pretty damn well. So continue onward, right? I'm gonna offer maybe like, to go right into dusk phase, like for next time or what have you, and then go into a night to see what happens, because I think soon after I think it's after day phase. You see, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it, because I have to see when the assault gets introduced, and that will determine when it'll happen. Because I also have to check with you all offline, when everybody's going to be together. Because I don't want to do the assault if everybody's not going to be there. It's like, it's got to be everybody. So, we'll go from there. And yeah, I mean, it's such a great session today. I mean, stars for all the different reasons that have been said, and just keep going, guys. I mean, like, these wishes. I don't know. I don't know what I want to see, because it can go in all sorts of directions, which is where my GM brain is blowing up, and I'm like, oh my God, the storylines. So you can pick and choose. It's choose your own adventure. It's really, that's what it is right now. So I can't wait to see what you choose. All right. So you guys have a wonderful week. We will not see each other next time, because that's USA Thanksgiving weekend. So, everybody have good stuffing turkey days or whatever if you celebrate, and yeah, enjoy the break, and then hopefully we reconvene in December for several dates and have everybody, so we can see what'll happen, and we'll see how close we are to the end. Oh no,
I've got 3 masks left. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be great. No, we're golden.
The truth is, I want to tell the last 2 masks.
Oh,
That's
God.
the thing, right? You have these masks and you can tell these awesome stories about your characters, but then you don't want to, because once they're gone, they're fucking gone, and you're probably fucked. But still.
Yeah. But you want to tell the stories. The stories are great.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I'm really, I mean, I have a feeling for the Shape of Ellie's story so far, but Felix, we still don't know who did create the masterwork. Was that Arachne?
It was Arachne, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you
can
for
see it.
running, Mads. It's always a
You
joy
are
to play with
welcome.
you.
You are all welcome. So, yes, have a wonderful couple of weeks of break, and then again, we'll
Yeah.
reconvene when the next date comes up. So,
Okay.
have fun, everybody, and
Mhm.
I will see you next
Yeah.
time. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.